Well, Birmingham, Alabama does not disappoint. We are in Birmingham, and this is the Birmingham Botanical Garden. I am quite stunned by this place. For one, it's absolutely free to enter. Another thing, they open at 7 a.m. and they go till 7 p.m. essentially every day of the year so that people can come and walk. As we talked with one guy on one of the trails asking what was down, and he just says it's a labyrinth of trails to explore.
We are Steve and Marnie. The challenges of 2020 forced us to find other ways of resting and fighting for joy. Our new endeavor is to find and film the best gardens we can find in the U.S.
I have never personally liked gardening, and yet I have found some of my favorite moments in life have been sitting quietly in a garden with my wife. It's great for our relationship, and it's good for our sanity.
We would really appreciate you clicking on the YouTube subscribe button, and make sure to hit the bell to not miss any upcoming episodes.
I think it's like in Memphis when they had the gardens there and they would bus the kids in. You've got people that maybe don't have a lot of access to the countryside, and so there's a lot of woodland, which we've been surprised by. Woodland in Alabama, we weren't sure. We've never been before. So, so that's been nice.
One of the things I was impressed with that I kind of left out saying anything about was the store at the beginning was really nice. You know, a lot of the botanic gardens have like gift stores. This one had actual plants, like really nice plants, almost like a nice little garden center, and their prices were fantastic. They had acers. They're so much cheaper than what we get them up here in Minnesota, but we are a zone 4, and everything they had, of course, the best was zone 5, close to us.
Yeah, I like the formal areas the best. When you walk in and there's the stone walls and the rows of willow, or the rows of
the crepe myrtle.
Crepe myrtles are very beautiful in different areas. So for me, I love when there's structure and a lot of greenery, and then especially when there's different varieties that you can enjoy. So.
Yeah, and it's a time too. Again, we have our little saying of fighting for joy, and it's one of those places where you can fight for joy. It helps you to remember the beauty, to see the good things. What were you saying about this place or this area, this space?
Well, it seems like they talk about having events and stuff, so this would be pretty nice. Be able to have the wedding party or whatever up on the, overlook, and have lots of space for little tables and chairs. Right. And then the glass-covered gazebo over there. I think we need one of those.
A glass? Yeah. One of these in our yard.
Yeah.
That would only cover half of our backyard.
Well, keep you out of the rain.
That would be nice.
Wouldn't that be nice? It's so pretty.
It is. Very nice. And then this approach to the rose garden up here is really quite stunning as well. We stopped by yesterday. It was a really hot day yesterday here in Birmingham. We stopped by to scope out the garden a little bit, and we came up into this rose garden. It's quite one of the nicer rose gardens that we've seen.
We caught the rose garden at its peak, and I think the design of it and the way it feels when you come into it is one of the better rose gardens that I've seen. Very defined borders with the cement around the edges and the grass pathways, and just really how it was done is really beautiful. And there are a lot of structures in that region too, which really helps.
And it's kind of a grand entry. And one of the sweet things I thought, we were sitting there for a little while, and Mom and I think a grandma and a couple of little kids kind of come around, and they're talking about going into the secret garden, and they're going through the doorways. That's Look at you.
Somebody desperately looking for a dog.
Hi there.
I see someone looking for a dog.
We're in the camellia garden right now, which clearly they are not in bloom right now, but I've learned that I really like camellia. Where was it that we saw the camellia?
I feel like Florida.
Was it Florida?
I think so.
Yeah, it could have been. Maybe I'll find a shot to show you, but boy, the camellia are beautiful when they're in bloom, but right now they're not in bloom. But this is an entire camellia garden. I would love to see it in bloom.
Well, I first heard people talking about stumperies and rockeries watching British gardening shows, and here we have a stumpery. I think it's an opportunity to be artistic and also to create habitat for bugs, and also to do something in those kind of wooded, dark corners of the yard where you collect little bits of rotting wood. You know, if you cut down a tree and you have some sad looking pieces of logs, I've been choosing to keep them and pile them up and create a natural area. Too often we clean up our yards so that they're pristine or all new and clean and raked, instead of leaving some areas that are a little wild, a little unkempt, a little natural. We need all the creatures, and we need to provide habitat and space for them. And then you also may get frogs, toads, all sorts of fun things.
Thanks for watching our trip to Birmingham, Alabama Botanical Garden. We'll see you next time. Until then, keep fighting for joy.